Welcome everybody. I'm just doing this quick video as the Forza Horizon 4 car list has been mostly revealed on the ForzaMotorsport.net website. I'll put the link in the description so you can have a look at it yourself. But yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look at some of the more notable cars in the car list. Obviously these don't include barn finds or any of the cars that are going to be in the season pass, but yeah, there's several notable cars that have been included, including the fact that Ascari are making a return to the Forza game. I've not had these in since Forza Motorsport 4, I think, at least, and yeah, they're making a return with the KZ1R from 2012. Pretty solid racing car there, and yeah, we also get a Austin FX4 Taxi, more notably known as a black cab. It is from 1964, so it's not the more modern one, but it should be a pretty fun car to drive around, especially if we're going to be doing maybe some extreme off-road silly builder episodes. We also get a couple of Austin Healys that are making a return for the first time since Forza Motorsport 4 as well. We're getting the 3000 Mark III and the Sprite Mark 1, more commonly known as a Frog-Eyed Sprite. So yeah, glad they're both back in because I really do like lightweight, slightly underpowered rear-wheel drive for sports cars. But this is where it gets really interesting. Firstly, we get a 1931 Bentley 4.5 litre supercharged car, which yeah is a car that I've really wanted in a game. I've wanted older Bentleys in the Forza game for a long time, so the fact that we get not one but two 1931 Bentleys is incredibly good as far as I'm concerned. And we also get the Bentley 8 litre, which you'll, if you've played Forza Motorsport games for a long time like I have, you'll know that that was on the Forza Motorsport 4 or Auto Vista, which you couldn't actually drive, but you could actually just look around in. And quite frankly, I've wanted to drive around in that 8 litre for ever since I could look around it in Forza Motorsport 4. So that fact we've actually got it on a game now to play around with for real is yeah, really good as far as I'm concerned. Can't wait to drive both of those cars, should be hilarious. And yeah, then we get, move further down, get a bunch of Chevrolets as you normally expect, but it's not really until we get down to Ford that we get to see some more interesting cars. We get the brand new Ford Mustang GT, we get the M Sport Fiesta RS, which I think is a rally car, and but even better, we get the 1986 Escort RS Turbo, basically a hot hatch rear wheel drive car from mid 80s that was going up alongside the likes of the Volkswagen Golf, etc. And yeah, that's a Ford we've never had on a game before from Forza games, and yeah, quite frankly, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a classic of the 80s in Britain. Certainly not a car you got in America or anything, but still a car I'm really glad that is in the game. And we also get we've had the Ford GT40 in previous Forza games, even in Forza Motorsport 7 here, but we've only ever had the Mark II from Le Mans. But we actually get the more iconic Mark 1 in Forza Horizon 4, which is a far better looking car, quite frankly. And we also get the Ford Anglia 105E, which granted is going to be utterly useless to drive on in any kind of speed and stock, as it could only do around 70 mile an hour, but it's an iconic British car, especially with Harry Potter obviously using it extensively. That's one reason why it's become so iconic. But yeah, finally got that in the game, and yeah, I'm only looking at the ones that I've noticed that have been like stood out immediately to me. So if I've missed any out, we'll definitely obviously be going for the car list when the actual game comes out. We also get the Jaguar Lightweight E-Type, which is basically a car that was remade recently in its original form, but we've got the original one there from 1964. We also get the, forgot to say, we get the, where is it, yeah, the Eagle Speedster as well, which is basically a reimagined E-Type basically, but more modern and quite frankly a lot faster. So yeah, the Eagle Speedster. So yeah, can't wait to try that out. We also get the Land Rover Range Rover. Now we've had the Land Rover Series 3 in Forza games, including this Forza Motorsport 7, but that was from 1972, and the Land Rover Range Rover is from 1973, and it's a completely different car. It's bigger, it's a lot more recognisable, considering it was around for such a long time, and yeah, it's again another car that we've not had in previous Forza games, so I'm really looking forward to trying that one out. And then we move down further, we go through we get the McLaren Senna, which is the cover car for the game itself, so that should be fun to try out. We also get the Mercedes-Benz Unimog U5023, which is, yeah, a big articulated lorry off-roader thing, quite frankly, so that should be fun to drive around, considering it's the size of a building. Sorry that's just gone on like that. And then we move on further down. We get a MGB GT back. That's not been in a Forza game since Forza Motorsport 4 as well. And the MGA twin cam will be in the game from the start, unlike on this game where you actually win it on a Forza Vista, or Forza Fun even, event. So that'll be fun. We also get the Morris Minor 1000. Again, like the Anglia, it's not going to be the quickest thing ever, but it should be fun to hoon around. Also get Morgan back in the game as well with the Aero Super Sports and the Freewheeler, which is fantastic to have them back, because I've always liked Morgans. And yeah, we move down further, and yeah, a whole host of Porsches, none that I can see off the top of my head that we've not had before, but quite frankly they're all there from the likes of the Forza Motorsport 7 game. And Reliant are back with the Supervan 3. We'll get a bunch of Renaults that we've already had before, and then we get a bunch of Subarus. You get pretty much every Impreza WRX STI that they've ever done, so that's good for people that like them. Sunbeam Tiger is back, and we also get the Talbot Sunbeam Lotus as well, which is a rear-wheel drive hot hatchback. BMW certainly weren't the first to do a rear-wheel drive hot hatchback. I like both of them, quite frankly, so really glad they're in. And we get, for the first time ever in a Forza game, we get the Triumph Spitfire, which again is another lightweight rear-wheel drive sports car from Britain, obviously. Then we move down further, and yeah, basically you just got a bunch of Volkswagens, and then more notably the Volvo Iron Knight, which is basically a big lorry. So yeah, there's plenty of good cars in there that we've not had before. My only main concern is that obviously there's only 450, not the 700 plus that we had in Forza Motorsport 7, so there is several that is missing, but most of the ones there are there that you would want. And yeah, the big one, well I should say little one that is in here is also the PLP 50, which Clarkson did a hilarious thing in Top Gear with. So yeah, there are several good cars in there that will be interesting to try out, especially in terms of stock, and then obviously doing silly things with them. But my main concern here is that yes, there are several British cars in here that you would see on British roads, but it's not the kinds that I would normally expect to see, because you've got you know, what people think you'd see on British roads all the time, you know, like an Austin Taxi, Morris Minor, etc. like that. But where are the Peugeot hot hatches? Where's a Peugeot 106? Where's a Peugeot 206? You know, where's all the Citroen isn't even on this game, and by the sounds of things, Mitsubishi isn't either. So that's a couple of notable lacking cars there. And then, you know, we just don't get any new Lotuses that we've never had before. We don't get any new Land Rovers that we've never had before, outside of the original Land Rover Range Rover. It's just a little bit disappointing in that regards, really, because I see many a different car, even in my small town, that just aren't featured on here and you'd like to see everywhere else. So yeah, it's a bit saddening that we don't have the kind of hot hatchbacks that you normally see in Britain, especially from the likes of Peugeot and Citroen. And then, you know, you've got Toyota that aren't on here again, so we're missing out on them with their like MR2s, etc. that you always see around in Britain as well. And yeah, I know it's probably a weird request, but there's no Rovers. Now, I know they went bust 10 years ago or so it might well be difficult for them to get a hang on a license on them, but they've got MGs and they were bought out by Rover at some point, so yeah, why they aren't, why can't we have the Rover SD1, why can't we have like the Rover 75 or the Rover P5 and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, I know they've obviously got to cater to all tastes, and this isn't just a game that's going to be sold in Britain, it's obviously going to be sold worldwide, so you've got to have, a worldwide car list, but to set it in Britain and not take full advantage of that is a little bit disheartening. But yeah, this is supposed to be a quick video, so I'm not going to continue to rant on, but there are several good cars in there we've never had in a game before from Forza. Several cars that we had in previous Forza games that I've been wanting back, that are returning, so that's good. I just hope that the barn finds and the season pass do give us more cars that should be in a game that is set in Britain, quite frankly, because yeah, I really would like to see more of them kind of ordinary kind of cars that you'd see on British roads, quite frankly. But yeah, it's still a solid car list overall. Most cars we've ever had in a Forza Horizon game before, and that's before the season pass and before the barn finds are included. So yeah, overall I am looking forward to the game, especially for those few notable exceptions that I've outlined. Especially looking forward to the Austin cab and the Land Rover Range Rover in particular. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. I hope you're looking forward to the game as much as I am. It's out at the end of this month, and yeah, look forward to seeing you in it. Bye.